wrestling fans, Andrew Shark Carter here, the president of Southern Territory Wrestling. Now last weekend we got to celebrate and kick off 2024 in style with STW Homecoming. Let's check out what went down January 20th. Now while we look to kick off the year in style, there was a very somber moment to kick off 2024, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. The dangers of professional wrestling have become more and more relevant every year and more pronounced and more open to the public. Unfortunately, one of those injuries got to Cal Collins, and his doctors had advised him that he's no longer able to compete inside a professional wrestling ring. It was a very raw and heartfelt moment, and not all moments and memories are positive, but this was a big moment for Cal Collins. So let's take a look at Cal Collins, the Southern Cross champion.
And that's a gut punch. I just wanted to come out here tonight and say, guys, a lot of faces in this crowd have seen me since I was a kid and watched me grow up. And for that, if you booed me when you needed to boo me, if you cheered me when you needed to cheer me, as Cal, I'm a human being, genuinely thank you so much. I'm sure you heard what I just said, so that means that this thing on my shoulder, regrettably, it belongs to you.
I'm into the football burger, Colin. You know what that means? That means even though you're hurt, you go back to work, kid. Okay. So tonight, Colin, I need you to protect the honor and the legacy of this champion. I need you to go back to work. I've got a payday and an envelope for you tonight. I need you, Colin, to be the special guest referee to make sure no.
With Cal Collins now having to relinquish the Southern Cross Championship due to injury, the integrity of that championship would be protected as Cal Collins became the special guest referee for the now Southern Cross Championship match. Now what led to happening to this match ended up being a triple threat which saw Chadwick, Rogan Kargas, and the Great George battle it out in this triple threat match. Let's take a quick look at some of the highlights. Well, there's no doubt that 2024 kicked off in style and in a huge shock, with Chadwick Jackson walking away the brand new Southern Cross champion. That's something I certainly didn't predict to kick off 2024. Well, speaking of championship matches, that now leads us into the Australian Women's Championship. Now, Harley Hyde has been one of the most dominant champions since Delta, and it's been proven every show. Now, she has one of her most dangerous threats yet. That threat, Layla Devine, one of the fastest rising up and coming stars right here in the Perth scene. Let's see how Harley Hyde had to go when Layla Devine stepped into the ring with her. unfortunately, nevermore costing Harley Hyde the opportunity at becoming the Australian Women's Champion and capturing her first championship in her career. Something tells me that this isn't quite the end of the Layla Divine story when it comes to Harley Hyde.
Are you going to do it?
Best for business. Cannon Connors, Rogan Cargus, and Riley Parker. As I like to call them, pains in my ass, but they like to call themselves best for business. Now the thing about these guys is they're not just your traditional wrestlers. Yes, they like to play dirty, but I mean that's been seen in professional wrestling since the dawn of time. What makes these guys so different and so dangerous is their ability to use their minds. See, these guys have studied the ACP rulebook. They've gone through all the guides. They've looked at every single possibility. They're not just focusing on what's happening in ring. They're looking at the bigger picture. Riley Parker, Rogan Cargus, and Cannon Connors have redefined the Freebird rule, made famous by the fabulous Freebirds back in the 1980s, right here in Southern Territory Wrestling. Let's see what their take on this was, and we'll clarify with that in exactly with the rulebook.
You see that right there? You see that? What does that say? Read it out!
Or represent the team at any given moment. This rule is allowed in ACP, which means since they are considered a faction, and there are 3 of them, they're all damn legal. The rule, this match, unfortunately, has been restarted.
I wonder where this is from.
The winners of this match, Riley Parker, Cannon Connors, and Rogan Cargus. Best for business. I told you boys, I told you at work, I told you how to play. And as far as I'm concerned, medal 64, get to the back of the line, because we're shaping to destroy this tag team division and rebuild it in our own image. And that is best for business.
Wrestling is exactly what you saw next. This was one of the undoubtedly matches that could have been Match of the Year candidate, and secretly, no one really expected it. But I did. That's why this match came together. Robbie Hart, a veteran of over 17 years on the Australian wrestling scene, taking on CJ Johnson. Now, CJ is a relatively unknown participant in the Australian scene. However, after taking the time to train under British wrestling legend Marty Jones, his game has stepped up. Since that time, he's captured the Southern Cross Championship, he's been in STW multiple times, and now he's taken on one of the best in Australia, Robbie Hart. This match is wrestling. Up next was what could have been Match of the Year candidate, even though I know it's the first show of 2024, but I can see this one being up there. It was the Garcia Bros taking on the undefeated STW Tag Team Champions, The Pulse. Now, we were in for a huge treat, and this looked like it was going to be a blockbuster match, but just before the match come to fruition, Best for Business reared their ugly heads one more time, costing not only both participants but the fans an absolute classic. Thankfully, STW General Manager Delhi Dud Singh addressed this situation relatively quickly. Next month at Cruel Summer on March 2nd, we're going to see the Pulse versus the Garcia brothers in a huge rematch. The only difference, this time, Best for Business banned from ringside. If they show up, they're fired. There will be a winner on March 2nd in that tag team championship match. Somebody will get pinned to that mat or tap out and leave STW tag team champions. That's a Cruel Summer on March 2nd, and that is going to be an absolute blockbuster.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is considered a double DQ. There are no winners, and the Pulse retain the STW Championships.
Speaking of Cruel Summer, before we get to the rest of the show, it has just been announced that New Japan Pro Wrestling superstar and former WWE superstar Mad Mikey Nichols has signed on to challenge Chris Target for the STW Heavyweight Championship on March 2nd. So don't forget, that's only 2 matches, and that's already a huge fight field matches, so get your tickets now before it's too late. Now let's get back to Homecoming. The tag team match was very disappointing. We didn't get to see a winner. But something that we did expect, it happened. Hiwa Al-Massi was once again destructive. We've seen what he can do on the independent scene, but now that he's here at STW, business just picked up. And what's unexpected as well, he seems to align himself with veteran of the game, former champion here in Perth, Killer. Killer's made his return to STW, but this side, in a different role. Killer looks to be managing Hiwa Al-Massi, and he's given this young man a lot of good advice because he tore up his opponent, Stephen Norris. Let's just take a look at some of the carnage that went down.
Yeah, you know who it is. I'm back. And I'm back for one reason and one reason only. So y'all know most of them are a little bit small for this now, but there's somebody in the back who's got all the talent to make it further than right here. You're about to witness what happens when the dog pound is too full and the Mongols will let loose. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bring to you Hiwa Al-Massi. This group right here is the future of the territories. Next song, bring them out.
Well, it's main event time. That STW Heavyweight Championship is on the line. This time, Daddy Cool, Hayden Zenith, taking on the King of the Carnies, Chris Target, for the STW Championship match. Now, this is going to be very confusing if you read the spoilers or you've been on cagematch.net and you've seen the results, because it will read that Hayden Zenith is the brand new STW champion. So maybe let's just kick off with that, because that's footage I like to see. Hayden Zenith, the STW champion. Let's take a quick look. Now, in the past, we have seen this strange union of two between Hayden Zenith and Robbie Hart. Two complete opposites have somehow joined together, I guess. I don't quite know that situation just yet, and quite frankly, I don't think Hayden Zenith even knows what's going on there yet. But Robbie Hart seems to have aligned himself with Hayden Zenith to try and convince him of taking the opportunities, maybe sharing some veteran advice. I don't know. But it seemed like he was trying to do everything in his power to help Hayden Zenith win that championship match by any means necessary.
You don't deserve shit! No, hear me out. I'm seeing stars right now. And you ain't one of them, bruv. Because as I was saying earlier, you ain't nothing but a coward. You've attacked me numerous times from behind. You had to use a belt, a championship belt made of steel, and cracked it over my skull for you to get a 3 count. What type of champion are you? You never saw me use a title. You've never seen me attack anyone from behind. And you all boo me. Why? So Mr. Deathmatch King, if you have enough testosterone, is that the word? Yeah, if you got enough balls left in you to fight the one, the true, the real king of Perth wrestling, I'm gonna cash in my rematch clause right now. Yeah, we're on. Bring it! Bring it! Are we on? Bring it!
Ladies and gentlemen, he matches
Hayden didn't want to do the wrong thing though. Hayden stuck by his morals. He put that championship down. Inadvertently though, hit Chris Target with that brainbuster right on the championship afterwards, leaving him the new STW champion. Pretty cool moment for us and the fans, and well, Chris Target, of course, being the master manipulator, cashed in his championship rematch clause, not later, not at Cruel Summer, then and there. And he convinced Hayden to do it. Chris Target being Chris Target, he took advantage of that and is left now a 3-time STW heavyweight champion after Homecoming. But like I said, March 2nd at Cruel Summer, very different story. New Japan superstar, Mad Mikey Nichols, Chris Target, I think different story. Best for Business, banned from ringside, Pulse, Garcia Brothers, I think different story. Cruel Summer's already shaping up to be huge, so make sure you follow us on social media as STW prepares for Cruel Summer. I've been your STW President, Andrew Shark Carter. I'll see you next time, right here on STW.